Alright, greetings people, it's your man Chef from Off the Dome back in for another video. Today we have some sad news. We're here to talk about the Jackson, Mississippi water crisis and if it's a case of racism or not. Now, the jury's still out. However, what I have found out is this. The city has basically been ran by majority black leadership since 1997. However, that part is an asterisk because there was mostly white leadership before that. Now, if you're not able to get funding from your state government, it's not much you can do as a city. I come from a city named Richmond in Virginia, and we are overfunded in some aspects. In some aspects, counties get more money than we do. Jackson, Mississippi has slowly become a black Mecca of the South over the last probably 25, 30 years. And a lot of residents and interviews have said they moved down here. They knew the water was a problem 30 years ago. It's been 30 years since we got to this day now where they're out of water finally. And the state government, and they haven't had a lot of federal funding. That's what Mayor Lambada said. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this man's name. I think he's African or Creole descent. However, what the problem I have with this is this. It's been 30 years. It's been 30 years. And now Joe Biden's saying that they've given them all the resources they can. There's nothing else they could do. What this says to me is this. We are starting to see more cities like Detroit across the nation. Due to bad leadership in your local government, state officials, and federal funding, this is what happens. We have a city in a major country like the United States turned into a third world country. They're living like they're a third world country in a major city in the United States. Jackson, Mississippi, I believe, is one of the largest, certainly black cities in the country, but I think probably top 200 cities has around 200,000 residents. Now, there's no Atlanta, there's no Charlotte, there's no Portland. There's none of that. But however, it is a major city in the United States. Detroit is definitely a huge city. It has almost 1 million people, I think 1 million plus. They slowly haven't seen any population growth in the last 50 years because of the state of Detroit. This is what happened down in Jackson, Mississippi. I do think it is a case of mismanagement and intentional environmental sabotage. There are black leaders there. They have to have some fall in this as well because there's probably some stuff that they're not telling us. However, I have to think that the Mississippi state government and the federal government hasn't done all they can to help these guys. Because at the end of the day, if we look at it, if a major city in California or a majority city like Miami or something like that ran out of water, they would never let it get to that point because it's a city that matters. New York has a huge black and Creole population, Latino population. They don't have these problems. Now, granted, it's apple to oranges because this is a small city versus a bigger city, but the point is, it wouldn't happen. Detroit's probably the only city we really have a guide on how your city can be down bad like this. Detroit's a major city, way bigger than Jackson, Mississippi, and they wound up having bad water. I'm sorry, Flint. Take that away. Detroit is pretty bad, but Flint is the one with the water problems. And Flint, Michigan has around the same population to a little bit more than Jackson, Mississippi. They have black leadership as well, and they still went under this. So I don't want to completely blame the black leadership because you do need outside sources and funding to make stuff happen. However, I have to say that it's an injustice on all people's parts, and now these residents have to suffer or probably relocate to another town. The best advice I give these people is relocate to another city immediately because there's nothing else for you in Jackson, Mississippi. And that's my take on this. Let me know what you think about it. If you're a person from Mississippi or know somebody from Jackson, Mississippi, let me know what's really going on. If you have any other information that you find out, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I got my sourcing, I believe, from democracynews.com, and I read a CNN article, and I also read a short take on Fox News. Fox News is a little more biased, a little more Republican leaning, so I try not to take everything they say, to face value. CNN is more Democratic. So, Democracy News is in the middle, Fox is over here, and CNN is over here. Anyway, let me know what you think. It's your man Chef from Off the Dome. Sign off. Peace.